Listen to me, I got a Glock in my Rari. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Game Skits. Today, and only today, we are actually here to talk about Sonic Prime. Because you know what? Listen, it's 2022. We're gonna get this show this year. We have a few more details on it, and I feel like we haven't really sat down and talked about it because there is quite a there is a lot, not necessarily riding on this show, but there's a lot of big potential to be had here and what's gonna go on with this. But of course, hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you're liking what you're seeing. Again, thank you for all the support on the latest videos. Really appreciate that shit. You know, I like to keep it brief with that stuff because I know y'all want to get to the good stuff. You know, I'm out here providing, but also I should not be talking about Sonic while wearing a Mario shirt, but it is what it is. So let's not fuck around. Also, I want to say really quickly, I noticed some people being like, thank you for not, you know, doing like clickbaity titles and shit like that. And no problem, yo. I mean, again, I know some people just do it and they're not necessarily bad people. Like, I have friends that like understand the concept of making it, you know, a little clickbait. But you know, I just like to tell you what it is, and how I feel. Like, I make the title just indicative of how I feel usually. So if without further ado, let's talk about Sonic Prime. So for those of you that, you know, are unaware or forgotten, Sonic Prime is set to be a new show coming through on Netflix later this year. It's supposed to be CG 3D animation stuff for Sonic. Now, what's cool about this show is it looks like it's going to be a little different than what we've been expecting, because I think this is the first time in a long time that one of the Sonic shows is actually canon to the games, because they said this is going to be like the video game Sonic. So this is really good because this sort of has potential to be more important, you know, because a lot of the shows were based on the games, but like Sonic X Sonic isn't, you know, the game Sonic, and say Saturday morning cartoon Sonic is not necessarily Sonic, you know. And I feel like that alone is going to be a big deal for it, because yeah, we've had like we've had 4 Sonic shows. We've had, you know, the OG SATM, we've had Sonic Underground, we've had Sonic X and Sonic Boom, and they've all been sort of good. I feel like the closest we got to a like serious Sonic show was Sonic X, and I use serious in very loose brackets because obviously there's a lot of comedy, but those games, you know, were going by the plot of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, so it did feel like there were moments with, you know, there were a lot of heartfelt moments in that show, you know, there were a lot of cool action moments, so that really was the closest we got to that song. In fact, actually, there was a Sega interview from Japan which said that originally Sonic Prime was going to be made in Japan. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean anime. I assume it was pretty much implied, you know, if it was going to be made in Japan, that it would be anime, but it could have just been CG in Japan. But they gave it to a Western studio because they were like, you know what, man, Sonic movie thrived here, and also like it just seems like Western companies and stuff understand Sonic more. The IP is more successful here. And you know what, while we're here, let's go ahead and look at this what's it called, this wiki entry here about the show, because again, I need to talk about this because I feel like no people really do. So first of all, also, we know it's going to be in the fall this year. There was also an interview that said it's going to be in the fall this year. That makes sense. It's going to tie in around the release of the what's called the game, and obviously I don't know if it's going to tie into the game or not, but it could, and let's talk about why, right? So let's read real quick the plot, because I feel like that's sort of the big part. So brief synopsis of the upcoming show: Sonic will be thrust into a high-speed adventure through the strange and mysterious Shatterverse. It's up to Sonic to save the universe, and along the way experience moments of self-discovery and redemption. He later stated that there will be more information on a later date. One of them explanations is the new Eggman Empire logo behind him. Later on, during the concept art for the show, which we're actually going to talk about. But yeah, so I think like not enough people are talking about the fact that, yeah, so they're going with the multiverse concept, which in general just seems like to be the big new thing, you know, with Marvel doing this, obviously with some big movies, now this, and there's obviously been a couple shows, a couple games introducing the multiverse, because companies are understanding that, hey, while old things weren't necessarily the best, people still are nostalgic for them and stuff, so they can go to these different places. But also it creates this concept that you can sort of break the boundaries of the world you're in, you know, like, you know, you're not confined to the narrative style and rules of that dimension or world you're in. So I really like the multiverse stuff. It can get a little complicated sometimes, but it's still a very cool concept. And again, what does this mean? Because we're gonna talk about the concept art, but this could imply shit like, you know, what if we get Jason Griffith, you know, to make a guest appearance? You know, what if we get we get some of the older voice actors from the older characters from different dimensions. You know, what if we get Ryan Drummond to voice a character? What if we get one of the Saturday morning cartoon voice actors? Because I know one of them is sadly passed away, but there are other ones that are still around. But yeah, I don't know what this means in that sense. But you know, like, let's look at some of this. Because first of all, again, like I said, not enough people are talking about this shit. So this is really cool. I mean, like, we got Jungle Crazy Amy. Now, again, this right away tells me that they're not necessarily just going for, okay, let's go to the stuff we've visited in games. Like, they are going to be going to new multiverse, or sorry, Shatterverses. And also, the way they say that Sonic is going to go through a story of self-discovery and redemption. Again, what the fuck did Sonic do that he would need to redeem himself? Now, again, I'm guessing maybe he caused the multiverse shift, you know, or something like that, or like his friends are mad at him about something. But again, that could be over dramatization. But saying a journey of self-discovery is fine, because, you know, you're learning about yourself and all this stuff. That's cool. But redemption, that's a really interesting concept. But yeah, so we're in this jungle here. We got Crazy Jungle Amy, and he's sort of running away from her, understandably so. Again, like I said, this is going to be video game Sonic, so assumably we are getting Roger Craig Smith. So I'm very interested to see what his take is on, like, you know, what the fuck is going on with this Amy. Next one we got is an empty Google Chrome tab, but then obviously we get this one. Again, this one much more silly, but again, what's cool about it is you can tell he just destroyed a bunch of the badniks. He's in this sort of new Eggman empire. This place almost looks like Bad Future, sort of from CD, which maybe is, you know, maybe it's gonna be a reference to CD, Bad Future style, which is really cool. And obviously, you know, he's doing his little dancey dance. Shout out to my boy. So like, he's got drip. I appreciate this drip. Does he have different drip in the first one? He does. Again, interesting stuff. Like I said, multiversal drip. I assume, again, his shoes are also like, they look techified, so I'm guessing maybe like each of these different equipments maybe have different skills, because that's sort of what it seems like to me, you know. And I'd be super down for that. Also, this guy got fucked, dude. Look at this drill in this dude's head. Oh my god, it's over for this guy. So not much info we can go on this one, but then we have this one, which, like I said, again, no one's talked about this, right? We just casually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 Eggmans just chilling on and about here. We got a baby Eggman, which is really funny. We've got this sort of, you know, this is actually one of my favorite designs. He sort of looks like his grandfather, but it's not. I assume they're all just, again, very clearly these are the different dimensional Eggmans. Sonic out here just destroying him, and very happy about it. I really like this look too. Like, if he's gonna look like this in the show, I'm super down, because this look is just really cool to me. But yeah, no, so obviously at this point he's defeated them. We don't know how these episodes are gonna work. Like, is it going to be like, you know, episode 1 through 10 is one continuous story? Is it gonna be sort of silly in a sense of, you know, every episode he's just in a different dimension? We really don't know necessarily the structure of it. But again, like I said, I appreciate the style they're going for. This one seems to be like a younger, more, you know, I think we get a different look at him in one of these other screens. So yeah, here, so again, we're still in this sort of Bad Empire dimension, which I assume maybe this is like the main dimension, which is interesting. But yeah, no, so we have, okay, that's cool. Yeah, okay, so the baby Eggman is on the rubber ducky. That's really nice. You get this old one in this ship. You got all of them in the, again, this looks like it's gonna be super dope. And obviously, so maybe this is the first area the show takes place in. Like, maybe this is the base area of the show, you know, he kicks their ass and all that stuff. And then yeah, no, here you could see the different portals. Now this one, you can't really make up what it is. Like the red one, you can't really make up what it is. It looks like maybe it could be I don't know, I don't think it's like chemical plant. It looks maybe like a city. It could just be random. This, obviously, this is cool to me, right? This looks like we're gonna go to a pirate area, and Knuckles is gonna be like a pirate leader, which that seems like a really dope ass concept to me. This is really hard to tell. Like, I can't tell if this is an underwater place, or I think this might be the jungle that Amy was in before, because if we look, yeah, no, that is definitely the jungle. That is definitely the jungle area that Amy is in. But this one I definitely can't make out. These look like the speed boosters that you typically have. But again, like I said, really good shit I'm seeing here. What's another one we got? Yeah, this one, again, this feels like it's going to be the central theme. Here, this looks like regular Eggman. And that's what I'm saying, right? Obviously, we're getting the concept of the multiple Eggmans. But yeah, this is very clearly our OG main Eggman, and then we have like the different Eggmen. So maybe this is just like the one big empire that all the Eggmans have sort of created, and then they're sending Sonic to their own dimensions to sort of fight the different characters. Now, what does this mean for the other dimensions? Like, do the other ones have other Sonics? Because none of these concept arts have other Sonics in them. It's sort of just, you know, it's our main Sonic. We've seen Amy, and that's about it. And of course, we have our boy Tails. Again, this seems to be the central area of the show. But yeah. Again, no one talks about how cool this is. That Tails is just like, he's got the 9 tails. You know, he's out there, but he's about to pull some Naruto shit. He's about to kill everybody up in his way. But yeah, no, I really like this. Now, I think obviously Sonic's like, you're not my Tails. Like, it seems like one of those scenes. Love these shoes. Love the shoes Tails got on here. We need more fan art of this. He's also got like multiple of his little quills here, which is really dope. Again, what does this mean? This is obviously not so. This obviously tells us right away this isn't Sonic's dimension if this Tails is here. And again, what I want to know is this Tails going to travel around with him? Is he just going to see this Tails? These are all the questions I'm so curious about the show. And again, what I like so much is that I'm curious. You know, with Sonic Boom, the first episode we saw and like a few clips we saw was like, okay, this is very much going to be slapstick, very fun, you know, stupid sort of styled. Well, I mean, actually, the first trailer was kind of serious. Like, there was that big cliffside fight, you know. But seeing this, I don't know, it just feels like there's a different aura to this show, and I think it is the fact that, like I said, they're going for sort of more of a plot style with it. I think it matters a bit more that it takes place in the Sonic game universe. And again, what are the implications for this in the games? Because if Sonic's gonna be aware of the Shatterverse in the games, this seems like it could be really cool for the game. Now, we know in Sonic what's it called, well, we don't know this, but it's been alluded to a lot for Sonic Frontiers, that you go to these cyberspace levels, and that's where you get sort of the boost formula style levels. What if they take place in the areas shown around here? You know, what if there's one that's gonna be here? What if there's gonna be one in this jungle? What if there is one in this main area? What if there's one in the, where's the Knuckles one I was showing before? Where is it? Did I close it? I might have closed that. Either way, that one area I showed with the what's it called, the Knuckles pirate area. But yeah, like, what does it imply for the games? You know, is Sonic gonna loosely refer to them? Because I feel like Sonic in general doesn't necessarily refer to old events a lot, which is fine, whatever. Like, it's Sonic's always that weird area where like it has a plot, but it's sort of like they usually keep it in the main game. They don't rely on you playing any of the other stuff. But that's what I'm so impressed and excited about with the show. You know, like I said, coming out fall this year, I feel like we're not gonna see it until, I don't know, maybe like early summer. I feel like this is the type of show, you know, they're gonna show maybe 6 to 7 months before it comes out. I assume, like, you know, maybe again March or I feel like during the birthday, you know, like June, around that time, maybe we get some screenshots or something. Usually Netflix has these mini events where they have a bunch of trailers for different shows. But either way, I'm really excited to see how this show looks. Again, if Sonic is designed like this, because this is just concept art, right? These ideas could be scrapped. These ideas aren't final and all of that. But again, if Sonic really does look like this in the new show, I'm gonna be super down for it. And I'm really excited, man. Just there's a lot of promise here beyond like the show. And I feel like this is what I've missed from a Sonic show in so long. Which, I mean, I think literally since Sonic X, because Sonic Boom, like I said, a really hilarious show, has some heart, but obviously it's really a comedy show, which I don't mind. You know, Sonic and gang, very silly people, very fun people, but this show having that Sonic X style, well, which again, this could even be better than Sonic X, because if you remember, a lot of people don't like Sonic X because of just how much, you know, the humans have around the plot, but people really like it again because just season 3 is less about the humans, and you have the Meta X, and you have all this stuff that's a little cooler. But yeah, no, so I'm really excited to see what they do here. If they just focus on Sonic, if they focus on Sonic, you know, the cast, Eggman, the usual people we have, and they don't introduce these weird people, human beings and stuff, this show could genuinely be the best one we've had, which says a lot, you know, because there's a lot of love for some of these Sonic shows and stuff out there. So guys, let me know what you think about the show. Like I said, exciting times. We're still a ways off from seeing it, but I think there's a lot of potential, and I want to talk about it because not enough people talk about it. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you're excited for to see in this show and everything. And of course, let me know if you want to see more videos about other stuff. Let me know what topics you want me to talk about, since I've been doing these more, you know, quick style videos that I've been pumping out a lot more. Let me know what you want to talk about, and of course, let me know in the comments what you think of this show. What do you want? Do you want it to visit, you know, the old school dimensions? Do you want other Sonics to pop up? Do you want it to just be our Sonic? Let me know everything. All right, then you guys have been leaving long comments too, which I really appreciate. So thank you all for watching. Love what you do, and thank you for hanging around and all that stuff. You're the best. I love you. Bye.